Get the government out of our businesses. Get the government, let us operate in a liberated society. I think you can apply that to the garden because, as a gardener, you want prosperity across the board. I mean, you want variety, you want diversity.
You got to use the word opportunity in there somewhere.
Opportunity.
Because the reaping of opportunity is why we're doing gardens.
Mm-hmm. And you get opportunity through freedom. The freedom. If you don't have that component of freedom, we need small business relief. Small businesses employ 52% of the workforce in Washington State. And they are getting hit with the minimum wage. We want to raise the minimum wage. They're freaking out about that. They got a B&O, which taxes the gross before you ever make a dime. They have, cost of everything's going up. Transportation for... And they're on the ropes. We need to do away with the Federal Reserve. That's the problem.
Yep.
The reality is we are in so much debt because we bailed out these damn banks, and we're on the hook now. So now when I go down to the store, what cost me 99 cents back and forth is now $4.
The problem now is capital owns the resources that labor must create into products. So the capital no longer needs the labor or can force the labor to work at such cheap wages that the laborer can't survive. Now, this didn't happen when our government was created, either the United States government or the Washington government. There was plenty of natural resources for the people to use and for the people to create things with. When we think about today's world, where a company like Nestle would claim that people have no right to water unless they buy it from them or some other company, that doesn't ring true in the context of the world we've come from. We never thought that corporations and special interests would attempt to take the very resources we all need to survive. And if we're going to allow that kind of privatization, we've got to expect that it will be people that are expendable to these corporations. They'll just want those around that can afford to pay the price they have put on water, which has always been throughout history thought to be a God-given resource to the people. Years we've realized that countries have the sovereignty because it is the people that are sovereign. It is the people that ultimately own and must care for and must have access to God's resources. I mean, it used to be that a country would just excommunicate or take back their resources and say, hey, you can't come in. But I mean, we're creating a world in which countries like the United States or China, they buy their way into another country and then they act as if they own that country. But throughout history, it's always been recognized that true sovereignty lies with the people. They only loan the power to the government to exercise their sovereignty so long as it does it consistent with their will and what benefits the people. There's no reason to allow a government which abuses its people to continue to exist.